Joining me now ahead of his APFC debut, Jake Lemacks, ready to take on Jared Braun in Richmond. How are you feeling, man? Just a couple of weeks out now.
What's up, my man? Great to hear from you. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good at this point. It's just the calm before the storm. So much when we're this close to the fight is just about getting the mind right, getting the nervous system right. So as you can see, I'm out here enjoying some nature time, grounding it out after a good day of work, good day in training. So yeah, man, I'm feeling grateful, focused on the gratitude above all else with every fight. Gratitude's key. So that's where I'm at.
You made your pro debut on a great icon card. Now you get to fight in Virginia for APFC. How does it feel to be fighting on these cards early in your pro career?
It's really exciting, man. I feel like I've definitely made it a point to try to hold out for these APFC icon cards. Just getting the opportunity on Fight Pass is so clearly a step ahead. There's quality opponents to fight everywhere. Everybody's a name, so it's the test, and also obviously the promotional value speaks for itself. The people involved speak for itself. So I'm grateful that I got the opportunity, and yeah, the patience paid off. So coming into the hometown, it's a huge exciting crowd with the whole team being able to show up and everybody's family and friends coming in. I can't imagine what the crowd is going to sound like at APFC 6, because I know Icon 3, I believe, it was crazy how loud that crowd got, and I know that we've got more seats filled this time around. So I'm uh I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Man, it's got to be nice to have had so much amateur experience before getting these huge opportunities on pro shows. Talk to me a little bit about how much being an amateur, having those 5 fights, prepared you to be a pro and to really make a go at things.
Yeah, man. I guess including the Thai fight, we had six, but I'm glad that I took my time with it. I've been doing this for most of my life, and I knew when I was 9, 10 years old that I wanted to fight professionally and that I wanted to teach martial arts after testing my skills. You know, um, and I remember when I was younger, I was just so much rushing to get to that pro line. I wanted to go pro when I was like 22, 23, and just blitz the UFC. And I took that time to make sure that it's really what I wanted to do, to get my skill set right, to fully commit. And I think it means more in that way. Like, when you take the time and this is really what you're going to do, then going into that fight at Icon, the amount of calm and playfulness that I was able to feel inside of it. I remember the second round, just dude was strong as shit, but I still felt like I was having so much fun, and that feeling is so indescribable. It's like a high in and of itself. Like, it's so quiet in that cage sometimes, and yeah, man, I don't think I would be able to access that peace of mind and that sort of like zen killer playful flow state that I'm trying to describe if I hadn't had that experience as an amateur and really grown up with so many awesome pros, at MMA Institute. George Shepard, Donnie Uten, Brian Nielsen, and Brian Lachaume. Like, those guys were beating me up when I was 16, 17 years old. And, having that decade from then and now to really grow as a person and as a martial artist is, it's been a beautiful journey.
Talk to me a little bit about your fight style. You're always hunting the finish. When you win, it looks like you're always coming to finish the fight. What accounts to that? What have you done to build the confidence, not only to always be looking, and why do you always seem to be hunting the finish regardless of position?
I mean, it's a fight at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's a ref, there's rules. It's about respect and gratitude, and both of us giving the opportunity to test each other at the end of the day. But we are also simulating a real fight. A fight doesn't have a time limit on the street. It doesn't have a ref. It doesn't have judges in the street. So it only ends by finish. And I mean, I feel like um, beyond winning and losing, I'm out there to perform. I'm out there to showcase my techniques, and I feel like a finish, regardless of whether it's a submission, a knockout, TKO, whatever it is just one of those things that absolutely electrifies the crowd. And I love to bring that vibe and that charisma and that excitement to the room. I feed off it. It gives me energy, and it creates that positive feedback. So yeah, man, it's like it's that definitive punchline. Nobody can deny a finish at the end of the day. all right, bro, you killed me. I killed you. Whichever it was, whoever tapped, whoever got stopped is like, there's no denying that. Where the judges, there's controversy. Like my one decision loss, big controversy. I don't want that. Win, no matter regardless of the result. Clear, clear period at the end of the statement, at the end of the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Talk to me about your opponent a little bit. Obviously, it's his pro debut, but he has a couple amateur fights. Have you seen anything of him? What do you think of him going in?
Oh yeah, we always check out the tape just to like really know what somebody's about. I think I mentioned a little bit in the written interview. I try to keep it zen with the whole Bruce Lee. There is no opponent. We're fighting ourselves at the end of the day. But he's another legit wrestler. I feel like at flyweight, that's just who you're gonna fight most of the time. And obviously, like I was the wrestling captain in high school too, but people know me more for my Muay Thai karate fusion and my dangerous submission skills. So yeah, Jared Braun, I know he's part of Izzy Hansling Wrestling, super legit wrestling school. I know he's got some legit striking. I know he both his losses are from rangier guys that either figured out the submission game on him or lined up that perfect right hand. So at the end of the day, though, I got mad respect for him and anybody else that has the balls to get up there and walk up in the cage. I'm grateful for him that after a year of waiting to get a fight, he's the man that steps up. So even though I've got bad intentions with my hands when we get in the cage, big respect going into it. I'm gonna take him out, and then after I get that victory, I'm hoping that we can train together and still make each other better in the future as well.
Do you see things ahead of when they happen? Do you envision them in your head? Do you have any predictions coming for this one? Or are you just going to take what comes to you and try and make the most of it?
It's a little bit of both, man. It's that balance between the fire and the water, the yin and the yang. You have to. So there's an amount of expanding, contracting. I know that when there's a collapse inside the opponent's rhythms, that can be perceived, and that's boom. If you were able to jump on that, I think it's sorry. Had my cat coming.
No, you're good, man.
At my mic. Um, but yeah, no, there's so much envisioning. There's so much affirmation. Like I said, this whole sport, especially this close to the fight, this whole lifestyle is very much mental. So as soon as I know I have a fight, and especially as soon as I know what they look like, I'm envisioning every sort of possibility, every sort of like outcome, problem solving from like the best case scenario, a 5 second head kick finish, to the toughest scenario where we're going through a 3 round war and then I'm getting them at the end with a choke or whatever it is. But yeah, obviously I would like to walk in there and show the power in the hands. I've really been wanting to show that off for the most part. The last couple of fights just had so many wrestlers. So yeah, man, it's every day is meditation, visualization, seeing what's gonna happen. And yeah, I know that right cross, that right teep, and pretty much any submission or something I only need a split second to be able to land and take somebody out with. So if I had to say prediction, it's any one of those three, but it's gonna be a flow.
APFC 6 is already loaded. It's going to be a crazy night. Why should the fans be tuned into this fight specifically? And why is this one must see TV?
These fans should tune into this fight on APFC 6 specifically because this is going to be an absolute showcase of the East Coast and West Coast's best flyweights. Flyweights don't get tired. We go, go, go. We showcase amazing techniques. We showcase an insane pace. And there's never been a boring Jake Lemacks fight. Ask anybody. They can't tell you that there's been. So, and there's been several events where a lot of people come up, the promoters included, and say that was the fight of the night. I'm often the fight of the night, or I'm one of the finishes of the night. Pick one, pick both. So that's how it's gonna be. And shame on anybody who misses it.
Jake, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's going to be a crazy night in Richmond. Make sure you guys have got your tickets. APFC 6 goes down on UFC Fight Pass Sunday, July 16th. You'll be seeing plenty of Jake in the future, I'm sure. And we'll speak soon, my man.
Awesome. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate the opportunity. I'll see you guys soon.